Hey everyone, my name is Tragic, and I'm here to show off my Garbage Pail Kids collection, of which I'm going to actually try to build more of a collection out of some boxes that I have. But first, I wanted to get a hold of a Series 1 set because I don't think I can afford a whole box of Series 1 packs to open. Who could? But it's actually relatively inexpensive, relatively, to just buy a whole set online and just have it already collected for you, especially if you're willing to take some cards that are not in absolute mint condition, which is what these are. I'm just happy to have it. I'm really here to enjoy the collecting aspect of this. I grew up with Garbage Pail Kids in the 80s until my parents took them away, just like a lot of kids did. So here I am being an adult man child to kind of recapture the nostalgia of being a kid in the 80s. This set has some variations, so we'll be taking a look at those. And I'm not an expert at the actual collecting and grading of these or whatever. Hope to learn a lot more now that I'm kind of getting back into these. As some of you may know, I have a Magic the Gathering channel. That's kind of my main thing, but this is going to be on a separate channel to not pollute that other channel with all of my GPK, and I actually kind of like a lot of non-sport cards stuff, comics, games, whatever else I'm into. So this is if you're into retro stuff from the 80s and 90s, kind of, non-sport kind of stuff, this is what this channel is going to be. So feel free to subscribe and comment down below and like and do all that YouTube stuff. And anyway, I'm going to kind of check through these. So I've got a Dead Ted and a JDK. And I believe these have the variation backs. One's a checklist, one's an award. So if you guys know, if you're GPK masters down there, I could really use a little education on some of this stuff, even though I own them. And tell me what I've got here. Is this pretty decent? I've got an Atom Bomb, a Blastability, which I know are kind of like the chases, and they're not in perfect condition. I don't really mind that. I do want to open. I've got a box of 2nd through like 10th, I believe. At this point, I'm going to start opening these up, and I'm going to make up a big binder of these just to have as a collection. I don't anticipate I'm going to be sending any of this stuff off to be graded. That's never really been my thing. So here it is. I'm just going to kind of go through it. So I got a Nasty Nick and an Evil Eddie, and they're not in the perfect condition, but they're also not totally trashed either. So the guy I bought this from had them all sleeved up and protected a bit. This one here is, I don't know, what would you say if anyone knows? Kind of a grade with this pull. It's actually kind of stuck in there. There we go. So yeah, it's not a very super sharp corner there. It's sort of centered, not perfect, but I mean it's in okay shape, right? Definitely not mint or grading worthy, but I have it, right? So I'm happy with that. So Evil Eddie about the same. I think this guy had a couple of sets up for auction, and this was one of the better ones, so I kind of just went for it. Junk Food John and Ray Decay, up Chuck, Heave and Steven. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids are actually kind of my jam. Just being a big kid again, so Art Apart, Busted Bomb. So this Atom Bomb and Blasted Billy are in better shape than the other ones. So let's just double check. So those are both checklist, and these are both cheaters licenses. So that's the variation there. All right, I'm already teaching myself some stuff here, right? Booze and Bruce. So I imagine the J to K is probably the same kind of deal, where it was, this one's a stupid student award, the other one might have been a checklist. Here's TV Stevie. I actually started collecting Garbage Pail Kids in the 3rd series. That was in 1986. I think I was in like 4th grade. And so buying them from the Ice Cream Man, right, was the first time I had seen them. And so some other kids had the older set, so that was like fascinating to me. Like, oh my gosh, there were 2 sets before where I got started, and I now they're no longer available, so it's kind of like a unattainable collectible at that time. So I collected like 3rd through 5th series before my parents took them away. Got Potty Scotty, Ash Can Andy, Play on RTD2. Bug Burt, Jason Basin. Yeah. It's kind of clever in its grossness, right? And some of these get really gross. So you got to kind of be into it. Weird Wendy and Haggy Maggie. So I don't know if I've actually really ever looked at all of this Series 1 because I never really had them as a kid. So that's where I'm going to get into Series 2, which I never really had either, but I have some packs to open now. And I'll just kind of start creating a collection here. Looney Lenny. Bad Brad. Corroded Carl, yeah. Popping the zits with the zit cream. Crater Chris. Virus Iris. Classic Drippy Dan. I always liked the fact that there were two. It kind of just made him chaseable, collectible, right? Sure, you got a 24A, but do you have a 24B? You have to trade for it, right? Creepy Carol. I watch some other YouTubers open these from time to time and get a kick out of it, so I figured, hey, what the heck? I'll get into it too, maybe. Uzi, Susie. So Boney, Joni, and Thin Lin. Another variant. Thin Lin is a checklist. All the way back to the beginning, Thin Lin is a reform school diploma. So that's really just the variation is the back. And so, one thing I don't know is, are these glossies or mattes? Because I think that's a thing, right? So, take a look at this. So I think, is it the back? Yeah, it looks somewhat glossy to me, but maybe I'm tricking myself. Again, if you guys know down below, if you can tell based on the way the light shines there, and if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate it for sure. Can you tell me, are these mattes or glossies? Alright, so moving on. New Wave Dave, Graffiti Petey, Frigid Bridget. And at the end, I think I know which one is going to probably be my favorite art, so I'll go back to it. Anna Banana. Rockin' Robert. Tommy Toom. I don't know if I've ever actually seen Tommy Toom and Rappin' Ruth before, but here they are. Guillotina. Slimy Sam, I like that one. Lizard Liz. Damaged Dawn and Unstitched Mitch and Mean Gene. That's 41A and 41B. That's the end of the set here, Jolt and Joe. So, going all the way to the back, I think my personal favorites are probably Dead Ted and JDK. I like the zombie. There you go, 5A and 5B. All right, so anyway, that was my Garbage Pail Series 1 set. I will be posting videos of me opening Series 2 through 10 or whatever I end up getting. Maybe some of the newer stuff. I'm also into Mars Attacks and other non-sport sets like Marvel and Star Wars stuff. So that's pretty much what this channel is going to be. I don't expect it to ever hit the big time, and that's fine. I'm just kind of looking for something to kind of show off my personal interests here and not clog up my other channel with other stuff that's not related to Magic. So anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you later.